Yes, it is the start of that season. The NFL is back, and you don't understand how absolutely hype I am. We're going to be having Madden gameplay all the time, every single week, most likely, on this channel, so stay tuned. But today I figured, while the preseason's going on, let's talk about all of the jerseys that they're going to have in this season, and we're going to tier list it. We're going to crash list it. So see, what we got here is we have crashed, which is like, that's the best, right? Then we got classic, which is like, it's been around for a while, and it's just you can't change it. It's so good, right? You have decent, like it's whatever, you know? And then you have absolute garbage, okay? And so, as you can tell, we have literally like every single jersey on here, and they're not really in any particular order. We're just going to start grabbing things at random and just hitting with it. So without further ado, let's get into it. Subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. First things first, we're going to zoom in here so that we can actually like see who we're talking about. So, first off, we got Arizona. Absolutely terrible. Okay, Arizona had a dated jersey before they changed it, and they changed it, and they're like, you want to know what? Let's just take out absolutely everything from our entire jersey. And the black ones, the red ones are so bad, I don't even care about the black ones. We're throwing all of the Cardinals jerseys into that exact same one, because I just think they look disgusting. Same with this Atlanta jersey. Okay, Atlanta has some decent jerseys, right? Like the throwback phenomenal, right? But that gradient just doesn't. It just doesn't look good, right? And while we're at it, let's throw the white jerseys in there as well. You know, you want to know what? I'm gonna throw the white and the black Cardinals in decent. The red, just because they actually have something on the sleeves. I changed my mind. I know. No, I'm not changing my mind. I hate the Cardinals jerseys. They need a new reset. Same with Atlanta's basic jerseys. It's absolutely garbage. I would hate to be seen worn in that jersey. The black ones are decent, just because you can't. It's hard to go wrong with the black jersey. But what we like here is we really like the classic look. You'll see. There's a reason I made the classic section. Is just the red helmets, the everything. It just goes good. So that's going right into classic. Right. Now, one of my favorite jerseys in the league is the Buffalo Bills. Sorry, I didn't want to put that in decent order. There's just something about it. I think it's the best red, white, and blue uniform that's not like some of New York's like retro jerseys. Honestly, I don't know. I just really like it. And back in the day, I used to always pick them on Madden, right? Because why not? I mean, the Ravens. We're on to the Ravens. The red Buffalo Bills will put in decent because I don't really have an opinion on them. I really probably should organize it a little bit better, but oh well, who cares? So we're on to Jackson. Did I actually organize Jackson into one of these? No. Okay, so we're on to Jackson, and by Jackson, not Jacksonville, we're talking about the Ravens, right? I don't know. I feel like they have to be decent. There's just something about them for me that just feels like overproduced, I guess. I don't know. That's just me personally. But now the Cowboys. Let me tell you something special about the Cowboys. I hate the Cowboys. And I think these white and blue ones that they've been rocking with is absolutely garbage. I think it might even, we'll put it slightly behind the red Arizona jerseys, right? Same with the, I might, do I have too harsh of opinions on jerseys? I don't know. But let's think here. Orange Bears, those are freaking classics. I really like the Orange Bears. It reminds me of my high school because we were orange and black. And nobody liked wearing the orange jerseys because everybody's like, oh, we look like a pumpkin. I'm like, yeah, a sick-looking pumpkin? A yoked pumpkin? Same with the Bears blue uniforms. Very, very classic. We'll throw the white ones in there as well. But the black Carolina, those are decent, The blue ones, again, are decent. They looked good in the Cam Newton era, but, they're old. You need a refresh. Maybe make your team better first, though. But I think we have our first crashed jersey, and that is the orange and the white Bengals uniforms. They're simple, but they still got something going on with them, right? And the whiteouts, the whiteout jerseys are so good. We'll put the black ones in decent. They're just not, to me, they don't stand out at all. But now check this out. The white retro Browns, They look so clean. So clean. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the normal white uniforms in classic as well. Just because that's what they are. That is what they are, right? Let's see here. And we're gonna put the white Panthers in trash because they need an update. Plain and simple. Okay, looks like we have a couple Houston jerseys coming up here. So we have a black Texans jersey. Here's my thing, guys. I've been a proponent for wanting the Texans to get new uniforms for a while now. I like their uniforms. I think they had really good ones, especially like the all-red ones with J.J. Watt on the back. So clean. They're just basic. They're just kind of basic. And I think they'll look good on field. So I'm gonna put all of the Texans in decent, mainly for the fact that I just haven't seen them, right? Same with the Lions black uniforms. Now, this is going to be an unpopular opinion. I know we've been waiting for the Lions to have a black uniform for a very long time. They needed to win their conference in order to get it next year. That was the rule. They did it. I need to see it on field first. I haven't seen it in person. Well, I'm never going to see it in person. I'm going to need to see it on a TV. But, like, I don't know. We're gonna put it in decent just because it hasn't reached classic status because it hasn't been played with yet. You know what I mean? And they have. I bet you money they have a big game in that, and then it's gonna be classic status. Cowboys are trash. Cowboys are trash. Cowboys are trash. Thank you. Ooh, the Broncos uniforms. Check these guys out. Tell me that's not the most boring freaking jerseys ever. Why does it look like they have a freaking lightning bolt on the side? They're in the same division as the Chargers. Why is this? In their colors, not a fan. So Broncos are all going into trash. Now the basic Lions blue uniforms, those are going classic, and the white ones are going decent. The Packers are all going to trash. I'm sorry to break it to you, Packers don't have a good uniform. Now, the all-red Texans uniform, huh? We have the all-red and the all-white. I'm just not a huge fan of the jerseys in general. I think they just look too basic. And the number logo, like, I'm not really a big fan of the way the number looks. But again, I just want to throw them in decent because I don't know. They might. It's the type of jersey that it might like. I might like it, like later on, right? How many more jerseys do we got? I feel like we've gone through a good chunk. We're about halfway through. Okay. Well, if you're watching this video still, I appreciate you. You're a legend, and let's keep going. So, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a Raiders fan, okay? And just for that simple fact, I think the Raiders have the best uniforms in the league. I think it's just historical. I think it's beautiful. I think you can't beat it. So, for whatever reason, they have a Waller jersey on here, and I don't really know why they have that. But all of the Raiders jerseys are going to go in crashed because that's exactly what they are. They're freaking crashed, and they're awesome. So, I'm sorry to break it to you, but it's happening. Especially the white jerseys. Matter of fact, check this out. I got myself a white Raiders jersey right here. The main man, Jim Otto, my favorite football player of all time, also known as the original Raider. If you know who that is, you have to drop a subscription right now because literally he played in the 60s, so nobody knows who that guy is. But that's my homie. I love that guy. Never met him in person. Okay, let's see here. What do we want here? The Colts. Ooh. You know, the Colts is one of those jerseys that I feel like it's classic. It's been the same forever. But it's boring. Is that an unpopular opinion? I feel like it's boring. So I'm just going to throw them in decent because they're not terrible. I'm not a big fan of their alternate like blues with the black helmet. I don't think that looks good in any way, shape, or form. So we're throwing the alternates in trash. But the normal ones I'll put in decent. Same with the Ravens, like I said. Now, Dolphins, classic Dolphins look. Crashed. Plain and simple, that has to be crashed because, I mean, like, it just looks so clean, the Dan Marino era, and it still holds up to this day. Now the Jags, I don't know if they're still rocking with the same uniform. I think they might have changed the uniform. The Jaguars uniforms are nothing if not just decent. You know, there's nothing really special about them at all. We're not talking about these guys. Screw these guys. And again, Green Bay's trash. We're not talking about these guys. Screw those guys. Nope, we don't want to talk about these guys. Now look at that. Do they have... Yeah, look. Sorry, I thought they had two of the Dolphins, but they classic, but they have the white and the blue classic. And the normal Dolphins jerseys, I would say, are just decent. These alternate... the alternate 49er jerseys are good, not great. We're going to put them in decent. The Rams, we're just putting them in decent. I don't think there's nothing special about them. Now, you're going to hate me for this, but I'm putting the Minnesota Vikings in decent. I know, it's an unpopular opinion. Now, I think, again, their classic uniforms look better than their current uniforms. It's just a me thing. I think I just really like the old classic uniforms, right? Like, for example, I hate the Patriots, but this look right here, so everything, all the other Patriots, I'll put in trash because I don't like them, but this one I'll put in decent, right? Saints, we don't talk about the Saints. We don't like the Saints. Steelers, we don't talk about the Steelers because we don't like the Steelers. I don't know if you've told, but I kind of skipped over all of the same division that the Raiders are in because screw all those guys. Raiders are number one. Am I right or am I right? Ooh, check this out, gents. The Buffalo Bills. Oh, no, that's the Giants? Am I tripping? What is this? That's the Giants. Yes. Okay. The Giants throwback unis. Those go and crashed. Why do they go and crashed? Because that's what they are. They're crashed, my ladies and gentlemen. They're absolutely crashed. All of my crash uniforms are just like the same ones. Is that bad? Maybe that's bad. Maybe, just maybe that's bad. Now, New York's basic jerseys, I'm throwing in trash because there's literally nothing to them. Like, it is the most boring jersey ever. Let's see here. Seahawks, I mean, come on, guys. Those haven't looked good since 2014 when you're in the Super Bowl. And the only reason they looked good is because you were in the Super Bowl. And so everybody liked it. But no. Now, we're going to jump to a jersey that I love and a jersey that a lot of people love, but I'm not a fan of. The Creamsicles. I think they're garbage. I truly think they've never been good with those jerseys. Ever. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm only freaking 22, so I wasn't around. I wasn't watching those games, but one of the greatest of all time, the greatest uniform of all time, if not the Raiders, is the Oilers uniform. And it is a crying shame that the Titans think that they can rock that uniform. It's honestly stupid that they think that they could rock that uniform. Because if that's not their uniform, they're not the Oilers. They're the Titans. They're the stupid freaking Titans. And for that reason, all the Titan jerseys are going to go into trash. Because I don't like the Titans. Okay? Now, the Seahawks Classic. This is another one. People are like, oh, Seahawks Classic is good. No, it's going in trash. Plain and simple, I don't like it. Period. Titans, you're garbo. Washington Commanders, I'm sorry to break it to you. I dislike your jerseys. They just don't have identity to them. I appreciate that you're trying things, but you don't have any identity to you. And I just not a huge fan. So now we have the Jets, right? Now the Jets are going back to their OG look for the first year, even though they just re-switched what they were rocking with. But I think the Jets, again, it's just kind of plain. It's simple. We're going to put it in decent. Just because, why not? Now, the Kelly Green Eagles, I completely brain farted. I don't like them at all. I thought I was going to really like them, but I dislike them very much. I think the normal green is a classic, and I think the normal black is a classic, and the normal white ones are just decent of the Eagles. I think they have one of the best jerseys in the league, but I just think their colors they're just so unique and they're just so good, right? I'm a fan. Now the Browns normal brown jersey, we'll put those in decent. Excuse me. Titans, get out of here. Vikings normal whites we'll put in there. And pretty much all of Tampa Bay's normal ones we'll put in decent because they're simple, they're classic, right? The same with the Dolphins white jerseys. Steelers, we don't talk about the Steelers. Buccaneers, we'll put them in the white. Wow, we're pretty much done already, aren't we? Shoot. So now we pretty much have the Giants 2 white jerseys and then the Niners. Now, I know I'm not supposed to like the Niners because I'm a Raiders fan, but I think their gold and red looks so good, and nobody has gold in their color. Like the Jags might have had it for a little bit with the stupid half helmet color. But those uniforms are phenomenal, and I'm going to say that the Niners uniforms are both going to have to go to Crashed. I'm sorry to break it to you. I know. I'm sorry. I have to break it to you. But they're going to Crashed, and that's just what has to happen. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, though. Alrighty. So we only have the Giants, and the Giants, again, just decent uniforms. They're decent uniforms. So just like that, we ranked every single NFL jersey.